The old manor stood alone at the edge of Blackwood Forest, its windows like dead eyes staring at anyone who dared approach. No one in town could remember when the Davonshire family had last occupied it. Rumours spread that the house had been abandoned after a string of disappearances decades ago, but few cared enough to explore the truth. At first light, a distant figure could be seen walking down the long winding road leading to the manor, a photographer drawn by a dare and the promise of a story she couldn't resist.
Elena Clarke was no stranger to rumors. A freelance journalist known for her daring expeditions to forgotten places, she had heard countless tales of haunted estates and restless spirits. But the stakes felt higher this time. The townsfolk warned her of unexplained lights flickering in the upper windows at night, of strange noises echoing through the trees, of the low whispers that seemed to drift from the house itself like a forbidden lullaby. Armed with her camera and a recording device, Elena resolved to document whatever she found, no matter how terrifying. The front door was ajar, swinging on rusty hinges as though waiting for her arrival. The moment Elena stepped inside, the air changed. It felt colder, heavier, as if laden with unspoken secrets. Her flashlight beam danced across faded wallpaper patterned with crests from a forgotten era. The floorboards creaked beneath her boots, announcing each deliberate step. "Elena Clarke," a voice whispered, barely audible above the soft hum of the wind. She paused, heart fluttering, but heard nothing more. Determined, she pressed forward, her flashlight revealing a grand staircase spiraling into darkness. She checked her watch. It was just past midnight. She made her way to what must have been the drawing room, its grand fireplace cold and empty. Rusted candlesticks lined the mantel like sentinels, their wax long since melted away. Her recorder sat ready in her hand. "If there's anyone here, speak now," she said, voice steady despite the chill crawling up her spine. Silence. Then a sudden crash from above. Elena jumped but didn't retreat. She ascended the stairs, each step echoing in the emptiness. On the landing, a portrait hung at a crooked tilt. An austere man with hollow eyes and a faint, grim smile. Beneath him, a plaque read, "Baron Alistair Davonshire, 1812 to 1876. A gust of wind blew through the hallway, extinguishing Elena's flashlight. Darkness swallowed her. She fumbled for her backup battery, willing her breath to slow. When the light returned, she found the portrait changed. The Baron's eyes now seemed to follow her. A rustle came from the far end of the hallway. She trained her beam on it. Nothing but an open door to the master bedroom. The room reeked of mildew and something else. Something metallic. Her flashlight revealed a large four-poster bed draped in decayed velvet, blankets strewn aside as if someone had fled in haste. She moved toward the window and peered out. The forest loomed, a wall of unyielding darkness. But behind her, a faint reflection in the shattered mirror caught her eye. A pale face, contorted in agony, vanished when she spun around. Only the empty room greeted her. She exhaled, forcing calm, then turned back to the window. The reflection returned. A gaunt woman, eyes hollow, mouth twisted into a silent scream. Elena stumbled backward, tripped over a broken chair, and fell. The room's temperature plummeted further, and a low moan reverberated through the walls. She scrambled to her feet and pressed record on her device, her fingers numb. "I see you!" the voice croaked, not from the device, but right beside her ear. Elena whirled, finding nothing. The recorder slipped from her grasp, clattering to the floor and stopping abruptly. In the mirror, the ghostly woman lifted a hand, her nails cracking like old bones, and pointed toward the closet. Elena's breath hitched, but curiosity and perhaps dread propelled her to obey. The closet door swung open to reveal a child's crib, surprisingly pristine amid the decay. A rocking horse stood nearby, its paint flaking but its form unmistakable. Elena reached for the crib's edge. The moment her fingertips brushed the wood, the door slammed shut. She yelped, lunged at the handle. It wouldn't budge. Behind her, the rocking horse began to move, slow and methodical. Its empty seat turned toward Elena. The rocking intensified. She pounded on the door, screaming for help, for anything. Then a child's laughter, soft, innocent yet hollow, echoed through the room. The laughter grew, a chorus of children, until the walls themselves seemed to whisper the same tune. The door burst open and Elena tumbled into the hallway. She didn't wait to look back. She ran down the stairs, her legs like lead, until she reached the front door. Hands trembling, she yanked at it. For a moment, it wouldn't give, as if the house itself resisted her escape. Finally, it swung wide. She dashed outside into the cold night, never stopping until the manor was a distant silhouette. She collapsed on the grass, lungs burning, heart pounding. In her rush, she left behind her backpack and recording device, both still capturing something she refused to revive. The next morning, the sun revealed the manor in stark light. Broken windows, gnarled trees, and a front door wide open as if inviting its next victim. Elena never returned to town the same. Her footage, when she eventually mustered the courage to review it, contained only static and faint, unintelligible whispers. No discernible voice, no ghostly figures, only the echo of footsteps retreating into darkness. In the years that followed, the legend of the manor grew. Some claimed that children's laughter could still be heard on windless nights, drifting across the fields. Others swore they saw a woman's face appear in the upstairs window, watching. As for Eleanor, she became a cautionary tale, a reminder that some doors, once opened, should never be entered. And deep in the woods, the manor waits patiently for its next guest.